I've come for a sneaky midwinter sail down at Cowan Creek. It's a beautiful day, blue sunny skies. It was only 4 degrees this morning, so it was pretty chilly. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Cowan Creek is quite near where I live, north of Sydney, and as it's only early in the morning, patience is required. The wind probably won't hit till about 10 o'clock. Jet skis are banned on Sydney Harbour, so a lot of them come up here in summer. But this time of year it's quiet because it's just too cold for them. So today I'm enjoying the peace and quiet and the many seagulls that live here. Eventually the wind did kick in with about 5 knots, which made for a gentle reach up past Cottage Point. Once out of the Narrows, the wind was more consistent. But the peace and quiet was broken by the seaplanes that take off and land here, bringing people from Sydney up to the Cottage Point restaurant. The flight and meal was set you back $720. That's per person. Well, it's only 3:15, but I've set up for the night because I know the sun's going to go behind these hills at about 4 and then it's going to get really cold. As I said, it got down to 5 degrees last night, so it might be a little bit chilly here. Anyway, set up. It's all good. Had a really good sail. 5 knots. Went quite a long way up to Fisherman's Beach and back from Bobbin Head in about, I don't know, 3 hours maybe, something like that. So that was pretty good. Sometimes it's really nice to go sailing by yourself. I really enjoy going with the Raise Sydney guys, you know, and we have a lot of fun. But I don't know, there's something about just going off by yourself sometimes that's really good. This is only pretty close to where I live, so I'm really lucky. I love coming down here. Can get a bit busy in summer, but it's just nice to get out, and it's all national park all the way around here. No beaches, unfortunately, so it's, well, not round here, there is further up. But it's just a nice Australian bush. It's getting cold. Just talked to my wife on the phone, and she said it's going to snow at Oberon tonight, which is just over the mountains. So, yeah. Bit chilly. I do have another sweatshirt to put on. I have got thermals. I have got tracksuit pants. But you can hear the wind is still blowing. Anyway, so I'm going to make some glue vine. So I have all the ingredients. I've got 2 oranges. I made up the ingredients at home, a bottle of wine. I think this is the perfect weather for glue vine. So first off, I've got to cut 2 oranges in half, squeeze the juice into the pot, add the spices, which is basically ginger and cinnamon, and then stick all the cloves into the skin of the orange. So there's my clove encrusted orange. It's just going to heat through for a bit. My daughter gave me this recipe. She says it's very good. Melt the sugar, add some water, let it heat through but not boil. That's the theory anyway. Very tasty, very spicy. I can taste the ginger. I don't normally put ginger in, but I can taste the ginger. A lot of cloves, quite a bit of orange juice. Could do probably with a bit more sugar, but very nice. So I've had a bit of a brainwave. I now always carry a spare cup because I've forgotten cups before. And this was my original coffee cup, which has a filter in it. So I can take the filter and use it to strain out the cloves and orange pips, etc. and then decant it into the other cup. Works well.
Many floors of this building.
Listening to a podcast about scammers in Dubai.
So there's, possibly 1,000 people there working, scamming, 24/7, sleeping, working. They're all there.
I'm gonna have cottage pie with some dead potato. Vegetarian cottage pie. Well, good morning. That was one very cold night last night. I had 2 sweatshirts on, a vest under that, tracksuit pants, inside a sleeping bag with a blanket over the top, and it was cold. The wind sort of blew on and off all night long. Sometimes it was quite strong. It's sort of eased off a bit now, and the sun's just about to come over the hill on the side there, so we'll be in the sun in a minute. But yes, it was very cold and quiet. I was the only person here. Yeah. Anyway, I need a cup of coffee and something warm inside. That plate was banging all night long. Well, it was quite an interesting sail. I left where I was last night, which is Stingray Bay, headed back past Cottage Point into a westerly. It got stronger and stronger and stronger. I had a double reef in. I took a lot of water over the side twice. It looks like the gusts are about 20 knots and it's funneled down this valley, so it's quite strong. Anyway, so I took down the reef main and was just trying to go the Genoa and the mizzen, but I couldn't really steer that well, so I kept using the outboard to help me tack. And then I realised my outboard said I had 0 power left, even though I was still going. And that's the second time this has happened. Last time I recalibrated it, thinking it was just somehow lost its memory. And it's not very confident building when you're going down a waterway that's got rocks down both sides and you're not sure your outboard is working. I mean, it's working, but you don't know how much juice you've got left. So putting in a battery monitor is actually causing more anxiety than less. So I think when I get back, I'm going to have to somehow get these batteries checked out, because that's the second time it's happened, and there's no logic to go from 98% full down to 0 within a couple of minutes. Yeah, so it's a bit weird. Anyway, hopefully there's a simple solution. I don't know what it is. So I've decided to pull in at the top of Smith's Creek. This is Stingray Bay, so I'm on a mooring. In here, the wind is coming from the north, which would be fine to get me back, but I think in reality it's just bending around. So I'm going to have to stay an extra night, I think. Managed to get hold of my wife and let her know. Yeah, a bit of a bummer really. But hopefully it won't be as windy tomorrow. It is predicted to be just as windy, but hopefully it won't be. Looks like it's going to be another noisy night. The sea eagles up there getting a free ride. So I suppose the saving grace is I've got a cabin, or cuddy cabin, to sit out of the wind. I think rain's going to be coming tomorrow as well. It's a bit annoying. Anyway, it is what it is. I came for an adventure. I think I've got one. Probably a bit more than I bargained for, to be honest. I've come down here lots of times and I've never been stuck down here. But I am concerned about my electric outboard. It's only about 5 o'clock, but I've decided to cook dinner. I'm just going to have one of those continental pasta dishes with a tin of salmon. I'm doing it down here out of the wind. It's still pretty windy and it's beginning to get cold. The sun's going down. Time for some more viewer photos from around the world. Well, I'm heading back. I got up at 5:30, it's still dark. I left about 6:15. I've probably done about 40 tacks so far. Seems like a hell of a lot. I'm only going under the jib and the mizzen, so there's some breeze, and then there's a lot of really strong gusts, and then there's nothing. Very frustrating, this wind. But I did make it back to the ramp just before the wind really picked up. It was gusting about 20 knots at the ramp. As they say here, lucky, eh? Thanks for watching Sailing Kate Louise, and I'll see you on the water somewhere next time.